English Edge podcast.
From Learn English with Ease.
Jack, let's be real. Overthinking is something so many of us deal with, and it's silently ruining our confidence every single day. I've had nights where I lay awake for hours going over a short conversation I had with someone earlier, wondering if I said something wrong, if I sounded awkward, if they secretly judged me. It's exhausting and it steals peace of mind. But what's even worse is how it makes people, especially English learners, afraid to speak at all. They hesitate, replaying every word in their minds instead of just saying it. They know the vocabulary, they know the grammar, but fear of sounding wrong or not perfect paralyzes them. That's how overthinking becomes a silent confidence killer. And the tragedy? Most of the things they're worried about don't even exist outside their own heads.
That's so true, Emma, and I relate to that 100%. I've spent so much of my life second-guessing what I said, what I didn't say, or what I should have done differently. And the crazy part is, the more you think about it, the worse it gets. Overthinking doesn't solve anything. It creates imaginary problems, and then we start reacting emotionally to things that never even happened. Especially for people learning English, it's a major setback. I've met learners who've studied for years. They've memorized thousands of words, passed exams, but when it comes time to speak, they freeze up. Not because they lack ability, but because they've trained their brain to overanalyze everything. And it's heartbreaking because deep down they want to express themselves, but they're trapped in their own mind. And no amount of vocabulary matters if your voice is stuck behind fear. That's why shifting your mindset is just as important as learning new words.
Exactly. And people often underestimate how much mindset impacts language learning. It's not just a technical skill, it's emotional. Confidence isn't something you get after you become fluent. It's something you build while you're still learning. It's a muscle, and the only way to strengthen it is through action. That means speaking up, even if you're not 100% sure it's right. That means forgiving yourself when you make mistakes. And here's the reality. No one speaks perfectly, not even native speakers. We all stumble, forget words, mispronounce things. It's normal. But overthinking turns small stumbles into personal failures. And when you do that long enough, your brain starts associating English with anxiety instead of communication. That's a problem. And the solution isn't perfection, it's permission. You have to give yourself permission to speak poorly, to be messy, to grow in public, because trying and failing will always move you forward. Overthinking just keeps you stuck in the same spot.
I love that. Permission to grow in public. That's powerful. Because when you overthink, you're really just trying to protect yourself from embarrassment. You think, what if I say the wrong thing? What if they laugh at me? But let's be honest. How often do people actually laugh at language learners? Almost never. Most people are kind. Most people admire the effort. The fear is in your mind, not in reality. And here's what I've learned. The best way to overcome overthinking is to take small, bold actions every day. Don't wait until you feel ready. You'll never feel 100% ready. You just have to start. Speak to yourself in English every morning. Narrate your actions while you cook, clean, or go for a walk. Record your voice. Join a language group. One sentence at a time. Action kills anxiety. Confidence doesn't grow in your mind. It grows in your mouth, in your voice, in your choices. And the more you speak, the less power fear has over you.
Yes. And I want everyone listening to realize this. Your brain is wired to focus on the negative. It's a survival mechanism. But in language learning, it becomes toxic. You say 10 sentences, 9 are perfect, but your brain focuses on the one you messed up. It replays that one, makes it feel huge. That's why I always recommend journaling. Write down what you're overthinking. Get it out of your head and onto the page. When you read it back, most of the time you'll realize how exaggerated it sounds. Also, challenge the thought. Ask yourself, is this 100% true? Usually it's not. And here's a shift. Instead of thinking, what if I make a mistake? Ask yourself, what if this goes well? What if I have a great conversation? What if someone is inspired by my courage? Change the question, change the focus. That's how you stop overthinking and start speaking with purpose.
Absolutely. You're not your thoughts. You're the thinker of your thoughts. You can step back and decide which ones you want to listen to. I used to believe every negative thought that popped into my head. I thought if I was nervous, it meant I wasn't ready. Now I know that fear is just a sign that I'm doing something important, and the key is to act anyway. Take that fear with you, walk through it, and trust me, every time you do, your confidence grows. You don't need to eliminate fear, you just need to move despite it. And you'll be shocked how much progress you make once you stop waiting for the perfect moment. You'll never find it. The only moment you have is now.
So, for everyone watching or listening, if overthinking has been holding you back, whether it's in English or in life, it's time to take that first step. Speak one sentence out loud today. Message one friend. Comment in English on one video. Start small, but start now. Your future confident self will thank you for the courage you showed today.
And remember, mistakes are not the opposite of learning. They're a part of it. Every mistake is a lesson. Every attempt is progress. You don't become fluent by avoiding mistakes. You become fluent by walking through them. Overthinking will always try to talk you out of action, but you're stronger than that voice in your head. Don't let it win.
Believe in your ability to grow. Even if you failed before, even if you've been silent for too long, it's never too late to start again. Your voice matters. Your journey matters. And no one has your exact story or perspective. Speak it proudly, imperfectly, but proudly.
And if this message hit home, leave a comment and tell us, what's one thought you've been overthinking lately? And what small action are you going to take today to break the cycle?
This is Learn English with Ease. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs it, because sometimes the right words at the right time can change everything.
Keep going, keep speaking, keep believing in yourself. We'll see you in the next one.